Students, erythrocytes. Erythrocytes are red blood cells, red blood corpuscles. These are the one type of the cells present in the fluid connective tissue or the blood. Okay, and about this RBC, erythrocytes, first described by Leeuwenhoek in 1674. These are the red blood cells are circular and without the nucleus in all mammals except llama and the camel. In these two animals, llama and the camel, RBC is oval in shape and with the nucleus. Nucleus is present in these two animals. And all the mammals except these two, nucleus is absent and RBC is circular in shape. And both the sides of the RBC is with the concave. Biconcave shape of the RBC provides large surface area, increases its surface area, and students, at the same time, it also facilitates for the diffusion of the oxygen and the carbon dioxide through its plasma membrane. Okay, and students, RBC is about 7.8 micrometer in diameter, and number of RBC per cubic millimeter of blood is about 5 million in man, and it is about 4 million in human. Okay, student, in the human beings. Next, student, what about erythrocytopenia? Erythrocytopenia, that means decreases in the number of RBC, decreases in the number of red blood cells, is called erythrocytopenia. Erythrocytopenia, that means decreases the number of red blood cells, erythrocytes. Okay, it also leads to anemia. Okay, student, anemia, that is the condition is with the low amount of the red blood cells in the blood. Okay, it causes the dizziness and the headache and fatigue. Okay, student. Next, another one, polycythemia. What about polycythemia? Polycythemia, that means abnormal increase in the count of RBC, abnormal increase in the number of red blood cells are the erythrocytes called polycythemia. Next, what about the role of erythropoietin? Erythropoietin, it is the hormone, it is secreted by the tissue present in the kidney. Okay, kidney secretes one of the hormone into the blood circulation, that one is erythropoietin. Student, secretes by kidney due to the low amount of the oxygen, which is not supplied to the tissues, cells of the body, and at the same time it is the condition stimulates the kidney to secrete the erythropoietin, and this is the hormone. Erythropoietin is the hormone secreted by kidney and stimulates the bone marrow to produce excess amount of the red blood cells. Okay, bone marrow is the site for the production of the RBC. The cells present in the bone marrow that goes to the division and produces the red blood cells. Okay, by the erythropoietin hormone when low amount of the oxygen supplies to the body tissues. Next, vitamin B12 and the folic acid is necessary for the maturation of the red blood cells. Okay, student. Next, covered by plasma membrane, entire the red blood cell is covered with the plasma membrane, and nucleus, cell organelles are lost at reticulocyte stage. Student, bone marrow, the cells present in the bone marrow that produces reticulocytes into the blood circulation. These are the reticulocytes entered into the blood circulation, entered into the blood, and these are matured into the erythrocytes again after some time. These are again develops into the mature stage, that is called red blood cells. Okay. Okay, reticulocytes produces by bone marrow, and when they are entered into the blood circulation or the blood, these are matured into the red blood cells or erythrocytes. Okay, and at the time of the reticulocyte stage, cell organelles and the nucleus is lost. And student, hemoglobin, what about the role of the hemoglobin in the RBC, red blood cell? Reddish respiratory pigment, it is also called chromoprotein, which gives red color to the erythrocytes, red blood cell, present in the RBC. RBC is with the chromoprotein or reddish respiratory pigment, that is called hemoglobin. Student, hemoglobin that consists of two parts. One is the heme, another one is the globin. Okay, and it is oxygen carrier in vertebrates body. In the vertebrates, body of vertebrate animals, this is the hemoglobin is acting as a carrier for the supplying of the oxygen to the all the cells in the body. Student, each hemoglobin molecule that consists of 4 polypeptide chains. Each hemoglobin molecule that consists of 4 polypeptide chains. In these 2 alpha chains, 2 are beta chains. And each hemoglobin molecule also with the 4 heme molecules. 4 heme molecules. Students, in this, in center of the each heme group, okay, if you take only one of the heme group, in 4 heme molecules, if you observe one of the heme group, in the center of each heme group, one Fe2 plus ion is there. Student, each one of the Fe2 plus is combines with the one molecule of oxygen. Okay, student, and in this way, each one of the hemoglobin carries 4 molecules of the combines with the 4 molecules of the oxygen and carries the 4 molecules of the oxygen to the tissues, to the cells of the body. Next, lifespan of RBC is about 120 days. After the 120 days, these are the red blood cells are destroyed. Goes to the destruction in graveyard of RBC, that is called spleen. After 120 days, after the completion of the lifespan, these are the red blood cells are destroyed in the spleen. So it is also called graveyard for red blood cells. Also destroyed in the liver. Student, next, after in this, the cells present in the spleen that are called macrophages. Macrophages ingest the red blood cell, worn out RBC, lifespan completed RBC. And the hemoglobin is divided into heme and the globin. In this, student, and amount of the iron is also derived from the heme group after the destruction of the hemoglobin. Amount of the iron molecules, and is also helps in formation of the red blood cells again. Next, unused heme is converted into bile pigment. Okay, mostly in the form of the bilirubin. Okay, this is the bile pigment is secretes by the liver. Next, what about the erythropoiesis? Formation of the red blood cells is called erythropoiesis. The process involved in the formation of the RBC is called erythropoiesis.